is April 13th, 2015. Hopefully I got that on record. Okay, on the channeling session, this is a channeling of Draconian Diplomat. And go into a little bit more history. I don't want to go too far. Yeah, I started channeling reptilians and just tapping into their energy. Of course, they didn't like that, and I'm not going to go into what there are repercussions from that. But anyway, I forgot exactly how it worked, but one came through, and he was he felt like it was I had to trust him. I wasn't too sure if I was going to trust him or not, but I could feel him right next to me. And I got all this, when I started trusting him, then he fed me information. This is before I started channeling. And when I started channeling, he came right through. It was like my first, the first one was Spirit Guide, second one was Zeta Gray, third one was Reptilian. And he said he was a diplomat. So anyway, I channeled him last night to make sure he's not going to do anything to me. So Saturday, I got a feed of like a download, such as Fort Density. When we go into Fort Density, we're going to start seeing things, without trying, but you're going to start seeing, just like you see a ship and all that, and UFO. More of that's going to happen, but you don't have to try and do it. For this, from the Reptilian, this was on Saturday. After that, but I got a feed from him about, because I knew who it was, and I wasn't tapping his energy either. It was sort of like a download, automatic download, and it was about ancient Atlantis, about the Illuminati, how. I don't know, it sounds crazy. Everything we do sounds crazy, but basically, like the kings of Atlantis, the ones that are kind of villainous, they were, I guess the Draconians liked them. The ancient reptilians, they had a liking for them for some reason, and they, because we don't know exactly how the bloodline exactly started. From what they said to me, or from what Serpico said to me, was they kind of forced themselves on, they found the elite, they liked them for who knows what reason, and they threatened them, like to murder their family or something like that, so they can start this bloodline. Basically they scared the hell out of them. That's what I was fed. So it's not like they said, oh, I give you power and all that. That wasn't like that. They're more like, you're going to do this and we're going to screw you up if you don't. And that's what it was, more brutal than it was, just easy going. Yeah, sure, I want to rule the world. It wasn't anything like that from what came through. So, further ado, so that's what I got. That was the feed I got. That was kind of interesting. So it's not as. So anyway, the idea behind this is that it's like Draconians. You don't really want it. These are the ones that are not friendly. But this one is going. I already checked with him to make sure he's not going to harm me or harm anybody else. I already made clear that reptilian that I channeled, that was kind of, I channeled him and it just didn't feel right, and I let him go. That I'm not. I even got a tap from that one. That one was just had energy. I don't. I guess it's all in a way to look at it. If they're negative or whatever, however you look at it, they just have a. I don't know if you call it negative, they just have a different way of looking at things. But the energy of that one I couldn't handle at all. The one that I channeled for like a minute, and I just couldn't handle it, so I just let him go. I think that one's going to come back eventually. Anyway. That's going to be more clear anyway. But Serpico is funny. He came through Serpico. That's the name of that movie about a good cop that's surrounded by criminals. So that was kind of interesting. So it just came right out. That's on YouTube with that channeling. So anyway, all right. Let's see what comes through. But he's gonna come.
I was just gonna say, we definitely thank you for all your hard work and what you're doing for us. We definitely appreciate it. Also, if you ever heard of Nick Banjo, he actually did channel the Draconian King, and we named he was called the Green One. So this guy named Nick Banjo. So and there, I mean, and he was he seemed nice. We got to talk to him and everything and find out some stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But
yeah, I never heard that. Yeah, I never heard of him. Yeah, that was the other thing about the king. I did feel a king next to this guy, next to Serpico. I felt the king, the president. And what another thing I got was that they got the green light to do this. So we're coming to this is becoming more common with this type of information coming out. So it's going to be kind of should be kind of interesting. So yeah, it gets kind of weird. So. Obviously.
Yeah, if he stood upright, from what I heard, the Draconian King, if he stood on his as high as he can go on his just 2 legs, he'd be 33 feet tall. I mean, he is tall.
Yeah, with this one, I felt he's like 7 feet tall, skinny. But dude, that's something else. Jeez. Well, at least I'm not. That's good. I mean, at least we're not alone in this. So, all right. Go ahead.
I just said, oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go. All right. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, the meditation might take a minute because I have to make sure that there's not, going to possess me with something. So I kind of have a conversation with him before he comes through. So, okay. See you guys later. One moment. Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
Still takes me a minute to grab on. Just so you know, I'm not possessing him. It might seem like that. Not used to this. I go by the name of Serpico. It's like that movie that seems to have worked out for me. Seems to be a good way to describe what I'm up against. I talked to the king, just the one that you spoke about.
Yes.
He gave me he allowed this to happen. This conduit is letting us speak through him. We are, one moment, still attaching myself, so.
Yes. Take your time.
But yes, we are part of the Alpha, whatever you want to call us, the Ancients, Alpha Draconians, whatever, it doesn't matter. We are watching your world. We are I am what? Let me rephrase this. I am on my planet. I am not on yours. I've had lifetimes on your world, several, and I don't like that place that much. Too many weaklings there. So many small-minded people. God, I don't know how you people can do it. But that's not what the point of this is. It's to educate you about us. There's a lot of disinfo out there. Of course, there's several on your world that are like us, that are reptilian, that don't really like you, but that's not exactly the case. They are misunderstood. And I want to just clear the record. I will return several times if I'm called on, just so you know. And I do have what do you call it, a king, whatever you want to call him. Yes, my boss is close listening in on this, because this is helping us communicate with you, just as we do with your governments, but our governments are useless, if that's a good word. But we are trying to be friendly. Of course, many on your planet aren't very friendly, that are our kind, but that's their decision. So if you have any questions, please.
Yes. Greetings, my friend. I am Brian.
Greetings, Brian. Hello.
Yes, I'm so happy that you can come through, because I would love to get a different perspective than what we've been told. It's time to bridge the gap. We need to work together if we're really going to both ascend as species also, because we have to get. It has to be a balance, but a balance of understanding.
Yes.
It has to come forth.
Yes, we're seeing it as a negative light, which is understandable because your people are abused by us, and we do take advantage of many of you. But remember, many of you many Earthlings, not you in particular, but Earthlings kind of fell for our manipulations. You know, we test you and you fall for it, and we.
But you're making us stronger in a way.
Yes. Yes, that is true.
It's behind the scenes. If we see the greater wisdom in what you're doing, then we understand you're just trying to get the weakling out of us and move us into more of a state of command.
Yes, exactly.
And it's tricky. We blame you for a lot of things, and I apologize if I've ever offended any of you.
No apology. Yes, we don't take offensive. If we understand, it's showing our. Yes, we are learning along with you, and some of us have grown what you call a heart to your race, and I am one of them.
Yes.
And my king has, well, he is kind of. But yes, it is a test, and that was one of the reasons why we were created, to test not just humans but all races.
Yes. You guys are master testers, that's for sure.
Masters and many other things, obviously. But
it's very playful what you do. In eyes of some, it's not, but yet the only thing I would say is the balance of understanding, but that getting away from war, where we can bring out an understanding of more toward the peace. I mean, the consciousness is rising on the planet. We are really, as a species, getting tired of war.
Yes, and that's why your vibrations are on your planet is accelerating, because people know war. Of course, many reptilians don't like that because they like war. They like to keep you at a lower level, but many of you are moving up to a better place. Let's put it that way.
But as you, is it as we evolve, you evolve, or is it just both?
Yes, many are evolving. Many are fighting it right now, but many on your planet are evolving, not in the way that they want to, of course, because they're becoming kind. They're becoming sympathetic, that kind of ruins the whole point of ruling your world. In many ways, that's why they want to destroy your planet sooner than later, but they're being prevented from doing that now.
My thing is, why not share the world? Why make it a win-win? Why do they have to be so much death and destruction? I don't understand that. If you guys have the technology, then why maybe mining moons for minerals and stuff and satellites? But why is Earth so special to reptilians?
Well, that is complicated. Very complicated.
But I know that you were here. Yes, I know many of you were here before humanity, and I understand that, and I respect that.
There's many here that want to be friends with your race, but the ones that don't, and the other thing is your shadow warrior Illuminati elite. They have a stronger control of your world than we do now. In many respects, we can jar them around and eat some of them if we wish. Some do, some don't. But your elites really run the world because it's your planet. But we do interfere constantly. We live through them. But they have done their own things. They have caused a lot of your terror on your world.
Is it really about control?
Power, control. They want us out, and they want to rule. They want us out of the planet. We want them to be extinct in many regards, but we need them on. There's many agendas. There's much going on. Much of it is for our own survival.
See, that's what I'm saying. Make it a win-win. Where eventually, I mean, could you live on the surface of this planet if you were allowed to? Or would you prefer the dwellings of down below? Yes.
Yes, some do, but they are not known. They are at a higher vibration. They are unseen. But but we are forbidden to become friends. Many, just like your Grendel that talks to your colony.
Yes.
Many of that species wants to be friends with everyone because humans are not perfect. They sometimes get on everyone's nerves, but they do have a good heart. But there are of the draconian species. We'll just call it that. It's called something else. We'll just call it that. The ancients.
Yes.
Many of them want to keep their control over your planet, and they find your planet as amusement and want to just drive everyone insane, basically. And they're doing it very good.
You would think the times of barbarianism and stuff, but I mean, we as humans, I believe at this time now, do see it as a win-win for all of us as species, that we can evolve where we can really share this planet. I mean, the resources, everything, in a way that's like more freer energy, in a way that can make it a win-win for everybody, not just the few of power.
Yes, but you're kind of getting your wish. As your world moves up in vibration, many of us are leaving your planet. Of course, the ones that are causing all the havoc.
But where would
many are not. Oh, trust me, there's plenty of other places to go to. This place is more fun right now. That's why they stay. Because people are so easy to manipulate and screw with. It's like entertainment. Why would they want to go?
Right. But could you guys live above ground in domes? Like dome cities or villages?
Yes, many of us have
warm climates.
Yes, many of us have gotten used to your air climate, and we can make do.
Yes.
But some want peace, and many don't, and the ones that don't keep their chaos. You notice that ISIS that is causing the barbarians in your Middle East, that is reptilian control.
Those guys are really tall.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very interesting.
But yeah, so It's a game. The whole thing is just a
Just
game.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you guys are playing a role that you chose, but who who do you look up to for guidance then? Or do you have your own agendas? But like, who do you look for guidance, for the great wisdom to understand this game?
Many have agendas. Many go to our king here. It's
Yes.
political. It's political. Yes, many agendas. Many say, "Hey, let's be nice," and then others say, "I don't think so," and then they cause trouble in your society. So it's like, when some become good, others say, "I don't think so," and change. And it's not just us; it's others. Many Nordics are on your planet. Mostly Nordics are causing chaos. Also, that is unknown because they look like you.
Wonder why.
Why they do it? Because it's, like I said,
Is
a
it a
game
balance?
control. Yes, and you understand that Nordics are connected to you from the beginning. Of course, that
Played.
is not very well known.
Right.
And they see you as there so they can sort of, fuck around with you, basically.
Right.
So if it's not the reptilians screwing with you, it's somebody else. And many Pleiadians that they try to keep a low profile, but some of them, it's not just reptilians, it's several others.
Yeah.
Some grays are, they are kind of step back. Some of them work with mostly Nordics, actually. They get manipulated by the Nordics. That isn't well known.
Wow.
And they go around and they start, screwing with certain people. It's just a sick game, and what's happening to your world.
Yes. Do you guys work directly or indirectly with the Men in Black?
That is actually a very loaded question, because your government actually runs much of the Men in Black, but we have our own kind of department of Men in Black.
Yes.
That do as we want to cover up our little schemes, and we have them go to the Greys and screw with them a little bit because they get on our nerves.
Right.
So, it's not, some reptilians don't take, look at me talking to human race. Don't take it personal. It's not all of us.
We understand.
But
I understand.
it is a test, and many reptilians, you have the ancients, but there's many younger ones that are moving into your world. They say, this is great. Let's just screw around with everyone. And they're younger, and they're part of the stuff.
What is your connection with Anunnaki?
We don't really like them that much. They have an ego about them.
Yeah. As
we've had
humans
battles
do
with them.
too. Humans have that. Now tell me this: where did the humans get their ego from?
Well, reptilians. Some Anunnaki. You get your advanced, like your scientists. Many of them come from an Anunnaki mentality. That's the science-oriented. Some of it's Anunnaki. The ego comes from us because, we are ego. We're just, it's the way it is. But notice that, humans and reptilians they're different, but not necessarily.
Do you see the day? I mean, do you guys see the day when we're integrating more of ourselves with you guys into more of a new species eventually?
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's what I'm figuring. That's what I'm seeing.
Yes, that's your future. Actually, it's not just reptilian. Your race will create. See, this is why your world is so. This is why so many races want to keep your planet alive, because when your world goes into 4th, 5th density, your species will create other species, not just reptilian species, but many others. You're going to open up another whole new everything. So there's reasons why there's reasons why people want to keep your world, and there's reasons why they want to destroy it. So
I understand. Yes.
There's mixtures. So you understand why there's a grip over your world to keep you from, achieving your positive goals. But
you know what? I do understand their point of view, and especially from governments also it's challenging because yes, many of us would love to leave the planet, but also I'm realizing from other species, neighboring species in the galaxy, that if humans with their ego and the war mentality would moved out into the space, into outer space, into these other planets, that they would influence other planets in a negative way. Control, power, just like other races have done to us before. So I do
Yes.
understand that. I do understand the fear of that too.
Yes. Yes, definitely. There's just so many. There's so many things going on that you're unaware of. It's just,
What is it that the king, and even from you as a spokesperson, a diplomat in a way, what is it that you're wishing for humanity? Is it to really mingle with you more? Is it to understand, for humans to understand where you're coming from? Because you guys do get a bad rap. But I do
yes,
understand the testing, yes.
yes. This is, as you say, to start a conversation and not be violent and not be
Right.
negative. See, this is the beginning of, and he's mentioned others that have talked to our species in a friendly manner, not being afraid of us, and that will continue,
Yes.
and that will give more respect to your race. Notice how many of your race are hypnotized or you call asleep,
Yes,
and
yes.
so that's the thing. There's many factors of why you don't get much respect, because when you look at many in your culture that just want to entertain, smoke pot, and just do nothing, so you don't get much respect from our species in that regard. So it's like there's many factors of the reason for the manipulation. Basically, they
I
have
see.
to grow up on their own. They need to. Another word of it is advanced maturity, to realize that you're not alone in the world, and there's more to life than just pleasure and
Yes.
money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what excites me, my friend, is really understanding your culture, understanding your species, so I'm learning, remembering to respect that, because what you offer, I mean, without the testing in a way, I have a hard time with the killing aspect of it, but I understand for survival, or for if those are coming after you, I'd understand why you would have to protect your species. I do get that. I do respect that. It's just, maybe it's just the way that you're created, the mindset of why you have to do the way that you choose. So I do respect that. Um, the other thing, sometimes it is hard to really understand where you're coming from, but the more that you're open with us, the more you build the dialogue with humanity, the more we learn to respect. And we thank you.
Yes, yes, and thank you for being here. That is, don't thank me, thank each other, or thank each other.
Yes,
That's the whole point of this, is to start a conversation
a
and not be
dialogue.
frightening, and just
Yes,
keep this going. So more of this terror that's on your world, the darkness, to let it go, finally, let you
right,
be as you are intended. That is the whole point of this. So
right.
this was in the making for many years, and now here we are.
My friend,
So
your king. Last question, and I want to pass it to another. Your king, is he ancient? Has he been? Is he, on here? Your species or the king himself? Is he? Has he been here for a very long time, for thousands of years?
yes.
Is it Prince Caligastia and Daligastia, spoke of in the Urantia book? Or do they know of you? Do they
No.
know of them in ancient
No.
times? Okay.
No, that's not him. This is a. 1 second, I have to reattach myself. No, my king. He wants peace on your planet. He is not on your planet causing chaos. It's reptilians that are on your planet causing it. It's not a collective it's not the collective that's causing all this. It's
Right.
individuals that are causing this, and they do as they wish, and we respect that. But we respect you for having this conversation. So the
Yes.
idea is to take this conversation and to expand it, to continue it.
Yes. Thank you
And
so much, my friend. I will pass it to another. Much love and understanding.
yes,
Yeah, I have a
much love.
question.
Yes.
When I was a child, I astral projected and went underground, and I popped up in like a reptilian jail kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, this reptilian popped up next to me, and he was like, "Let me help you," and he seemed friendly. Then he touched me, and I woke up. I was just wondering, because it looked like civilized. There was a jail, and I was just wondering if you could expand on that. I have no idea what that was about. Like,
Is it reptilians were in their jail, or is it humans in the jail?
I don't even remember. It was
Or-
monsters, though. I remember they weren't humans, but I don't think they were bigger than reptilians, actually. I think. But yeah, the reptilian that popped up next to me, he was small.
And you said it was a jail underground, and was that in the United States, or
No, I was
where
like right next to the United States, Canada.
I have to. Yes, there are many what you call concentration camps. I can't. Let's see. One moment. I think that was more of like not necessarily. That was a signal to you that you are connected to the reptilians. Not necessarily saying that you are one of them, but you are known by them through a past life. And that jail, there are many jails. There are many underground facilities where there are certain types of prisons. I can't elaborate exactly on that right now because that's kind of a hush area, but there's no humans in those jails. Those are for aliens. Of course, I'm not going to elaborate into that, but yes, there is much going on. There's no humans out there.
Okay,
So
cool.
wherever that was. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying thanks. There's no way you could tell me why I got put there, or there's no. You think it's just because I'm connected to you guys, or?
Yes, one of them was familiar with you that wanted to say hello to you.
Do you have a name for that guy?
Excuse me?
Do you have a name? Could you tell me that guy's name, the one that came and helped me there?
Well, I'm not sure exactly this is his name, but Kirkpatrick comes to mind.
Okay.
He'll know who you're talking about. You can actually contact him if you want, or just you don't have to call him by name. But you can, yes, he's around you.
Like right now,
He
in
is,
the room with me?
yeah. He keeps an eye on you. It's a friendly reptilian. It's not a negative one.
Yeah, he seemed friendly when I seen him.
Yes, very friendly. Yes, that is a call. It's that Black Project area where he was. Yes, it's very, very, very friendly. I would say one of the most friendliest reptilians out there. The jail, I can't at this point give you a connection to that. There are prisons for other aliens that, not like the one that you probably saw, but there are such a thing. I can't pinpoint the jail, but this is a very friendly reptilian, so feel free to have him in your thoughts, and he will make an appearance again. But that was it was like a hello gesture, to show you that you were one of them. That was basically it. So in a lifetime, you did have a connection with them, and you did have a lifetime as a reptilian. So yes, you are friends with this one.
Okay, cool, yeah. That kind of confirms some things, I guess. Thanks.
If you want, yeah, you can. If you want to go into that, he will just ask for it. He'll send you information, hopefully.
Alright, cool.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well, yeah, if someone else has a question. I just had a question, but I forgot it, actually. Sorry.
Hello, Serpico.
Hello.
How are you?
Greetings. Doing well, thank you.
Say hi to the green one for me. You're a king. That's what the last session. That's what we caught. That's what you wanted to call it or whatever.
Yes.
Because I directly talked with them and everything, found out a little bit about them, and I was just wondering. I had an implant in the center of my skull, in the front of my right at the front of my brain that was told was the alpha draconian implant, and it was told to me that it was there to assist on my pineal gland activating, but then it wasn't working correctly. So Grindel, I was talking to Grindel, another patient. He said that maybe that wasn't a good thing, the alpha draconian implant that I had, but they told me it was for a good thing. It wasn't working correctly, so I had it removed. I was just wondering if you had more information about that implant that I did have in the center of my, by the front end of my skull.
You said it was a good thing? I mean, it was a good thing that you have the implant, or a good thing you got rid of it?
Well, they said that it was there. The implant was there to assist my pineal gland opening up, and but it wasn't working correctly. So I just basically had it removed, and I still had like questions on to, I mean, if it was that the correct thing. I mean, I do want to open up my pineal gland. Any help is good. It's just it wasn't working correctly. I don't know why.
That was an experiment. Obviously failed. Yes, you were used as a test subject. So that was the whole point of that. Obviously, it didn't go as intended. Yes, it was just it was a stupid thing to do, basically.
Um,
Usually, yes, go ahead.
I heard I have an implant, and but the person who told me didn't go into detail. I was wondering if you knew what species gave it to me.
One moment. Where is this implant? In your head
Yeah,
or
it's in the center. Like I can
your
push
head?
this muscle, and then I hear this frequency that rises, and when it gets to the top, it feels like I'm about to like leave my body, I think, but I never went through with it, so I don't really know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I got. It's not reptilian. I get a Palladian feeling from it. I'm not sure if that resides with you.
All right, yeah, cool, yeah, it does.
It's not a negative, unlike the other one. Well, the other one wasn't negative. It just wasn't done very well. As for your case, that was done by a Palladian who knows you. Uh,
Is it a blue
it was
Pleiadian?
done, yes. Yes, Blue, yes.
Okay, cool.
Is that coming through?
Yeah,
Yes,
is there a blue Pleiadian in Yael that is like am I in contact with, or because I think I came in
yes.
contact with one. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes. And
Nice.
that was, yes, done for the pineal gland. Yes, it's to activate you. That is more of an energy
So,
type
do
of
you think as
plant.
when I push on this muscle, I hear this frequency that rises, and when it gets to the top, it feels like I'm about to leave my body. Do you think it'll make me astral project or this implant?
I think yes, it's connected to your psychic abilities. I don't think it will do that, but it can if it's done properly.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
sort of, if this makes any sense, it's set up for your future. I guess it'll be activated later. That's what I'm getting about it.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
I know it
Thanks.
sounds strange, but
No, it makes sense.
okay, good. Glad to hear that.
I got
Uh,
a
Experimenting on
question.
every way. Yes.
Yeah. I'll pass the mic.
I got a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I heard I have an implant too. I forget where it came from, but it's in the side of my head, like on the left side of the brain.
Left side, the back of your head.
Yes.
I think you have several implants actually, or not negative. The back of your head is a reptilian. It's like an infusion more as an implant, but I guess it's a way of call it, whatever you want to call it. It's I'm not sure exactly why that's there. I think it's to activate your reptilian side of you at one point in the future, maybe. You have a yin-yell, I would say a yin-yell infusion, or hybrid. I think it's more of an infusion than like a 20% yin-yell infusion.
Yeah.
But you have a reptilian. That's more of an implant. The reptilian is more of an implant, but it's not. It's not activated. I don't think it ever will be. It's another.
Because I heard
Go ahead.
the malfunction.
The malfunction. Yes, I don't know what they're doing.
So,
A lot of these implants, I'll give you this, are used to control people, in a negative manner. They're testing the waters. They're kind of keeping it a secret why they're doing this. To people, it's for people that might be a threat to them.
I'm wondering, did my implant come from Girk Vignir, or is that blue from somewhere else? Or
Yes, it did. Yeah, it's positive. Yes.
Girk Vignir?
That was
Okay.
Girk, yes. Yeah, it's Pleiadian, yes.
So lately I've been acting strange. You think that's why it could be activated?
Yeah.
I've been like kind of rude.
Yeah, if you're acting strange, yes.
Hey Ryan, didn't you have some unmarked vehicles or vans pull up at your place?
Yes. White.
Can you explain that to him?
It was a white van. It said I forgot. I also said it also had a symbol on it. It says SCP on it. SCP with like a triangle.
And you live way out in the country, don't you, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan felt that he was visited, but he wasn't sure who. Men in Black or something else?
Something else, but it's close to it, though. Might as well be the same thing. It's an experiment. It's a government experiment. It's quiet.
But this is what I don't understand, my friend. If it's such as an experiment, even if for people who's not even, why on certain individuals that are not really making a big scene? You know what I mean? They're not like presidents or head of corporations, or why the average person?
That's why they're doing it, because first off, no one will believe it. And second off, the ones that are doing it don't really care, because you're a nobody. That's why.
Oh.
But what are they?
Not to say that you're a nobody, but you know what I mean.
No.
You know.
Yes, I do understand.
I mean?
But what I'm saying is, why all the energy, why all the time and energy spent into the average human being that doesn't really? I mean, are we really affecting the planet in a way that they don't like? I mean, what is it that they? Yeah. What do they fear from us? What is it that they fear the most?
The ones that are doing this are idiots, basically. They feel like you're a threat. Let's put it this way: you can be a threat, and you know how you humans get the way when you get paranoid.
Yes.
For over nothing, and that's pretty much what it is. It's paranoia over nothing. And
it's amazing that you have.
Yes,
yeah, they have the money, they have the resources. Why waste it on an individual for? I just don't I don't see the reasoning in that.
Well, it's because if one wakes up, I know it sounds strange, but if one can make a difference, that means 1,000 can make a difference. So if we have some ones that they feel that can be a threat in some way, they do things like that. You can start a movement. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you have to look at it from their perspective. That might be a problem to them. So they put that there to shut you off, or to cause you trouble, or.
So guys.
That's interesting. Yeah, Ryan.
Do you think I've been acting like that?
Possibility, yeah.
Yes. I believe yes. It has been activated. Usually, it's. At first, I didn't feel it activate, but when you mentioned you had been having problems recently with it's activation.
What would you recommend for him to? Could he call in certain species, or angelic energy to help remove some of this or to stop this?
I would
If it's
recommend.
okay, if it's causing a negative
Yes.
reaction within him.
Yeah, your Jim. Yeah, Jim's a good one for this. Maybe this one can. And Yell can remove it. I would also recommend a Warren, but Yell is more, I would say, qualified to remove this. So I would talk, but yes, it needs to be removed. A reptilian Grendel to remove it, I can't. Let me see if I can remove it. I can see if I can remove it, and if I think I can remove it for you. Give me yes, I can have it removed. In a couple of days, if you're not feeling better, that means it hasn't been. I can have it removed. I'll have it.
When you get it removed, can I keep it as a sentimental piece?
No. Maybe I'll give it a mental image of it. How about that? But yes, it was used against it's. Yeah, somebody's just screwing with you, basically.
So whenever so the implants that I have using as a test subject, could you elaborate more or expand more on that? Because you do, I'm sure you know my uniqueness, being a half human and a half Pleiadian and half Hadarian and Alpha Centaurian and a Nubian bloodlines. So I'm pretty unique as when it comes to a mixture like a mutt. I just wonder if you could expand, because through my earlier childhood, I went to the Masonic home and raised up in foster homes in a real real struggling type of lifestyle. And I was just wondering if you had any information on that.
You know, that implant, I mean, it's more, you know, you say it was to do harm. The other thing is it was scanning your biology, scanning you, basically. It was, another thing is for knowledge.
Wasn't doing that's what I was curious, is that I was told that it wasn't to do harm. It was actually to help me, to assist me in helping me with my pineal gland, but it was malfunction. It wasn't working correctly. So that's why I had it removed, because if it was not helping me, then why have it in my body? You know what I mean? So that's why I had it removed. But as far as I was told, it was there as a helping hand. I just wonder if you had any information, who planted it, what their intentions were.
One moment, let me see. Do you have a Yin-Yell by any chance? Well, I'm not asking you. I can figure that out. I think you have Yin-Yell, you know, interactions or feelings with like a connection to Yin-Yell.
Yes.
Because I believe that's more of a Yin-Yell type device that was used as a friendly gesture, but it's not they shouldn't have did that. Basically, use that to help you get your balance, to help you get more balance to this world, because you have so many different connections with other species, to help you be more human instead of different, help you connect with this place a little bit better. But it was not a good idea. Hope that helps. Does that make any? But it does have Yin-Yell connections.
Yes, that does make sense. I did have a meeting with them on a ship.
Yes.
With a Yahyel called Parshan, and like a plant-like species. His name was Ashkula, and I've been trying to find more information about that. I found a little bit about Ashkula and his race, but yeah, I did have a vivid memory about meeting them, and actually I remember they told me I wasn't proud to be a human, so I definitely have changed my outlook. You know, it's just hard down here, man. It really, for me, being half human, half Pleiadian biologically, and with such an immense heart and such powerful emotions, and seeing people treat people the way they do, it's uncalled for. It's ridiculous. It makes me sick. And I was growing up this way with that understanding that why are people so negative and mean and doing this to other people that are the same species, that are same. I mean, I did not get it at an early age, and so that's why I kind of secluded myself. Didn't have many friends and stuff, etc.
Yes, I think that was planted within you when, I'm not sure if you know the origin of that. My feeling is planted within you when you're young to keep you, to help you, get used to the human environment. Of course, it didn't exactly work exactly, but it did do some things for you, but not much. You could have did that on your own, but anyway, this is just an experiment that didn't. But yes, it was a Genyel. I'm not familiar with the species that you're mentioning. You said it was a plant-like
Yes,
Genyel?
no, it's a plant-like species. I believe it's like if you can imagine, or if you can see what I'm imagining, it's like a double shell, like two small shelves, like a box-like. It had like roots coming out of the top and line in a row on the top and bottom, and its two eyes were on the top, like little skinny eyes that went up, protruding, and like a round eyes, and with a mouth on top. But I don't know the origin. I think they're not really known.
No, I am not known either, but that does not mean you won't find information. Over time, through this conduit, there will be a species that will come through that will explain that more clearly, because this species that you're speaking of doesn't really want to be known either, so that's why it's not all that well known, because they're sort of, I would say, new in many ways, if that makes any sense. But yes, they will become more known over time. But right now, I won't worry about it, but you will, yes.
So how long has the implant been in me?
Let's, one second. It feels like several years, but it hasn't been activated until recently. Does it feel like it's been activated recently? It feels like it's been recent.
A couple days. I've been acting very rude on this hangout.
Yes, they're playing. Yeah, they're screwing with you. Yes, it will be removed. Yeah, it's definitely. It's kind of like a mind control device in many ways.
So they're making him act rude on the hangout, like they're
making him more aggressive.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
I actually have a question. There's I think that I know a reptilian called Zektar. Is that a real being named Zektar?
Yes, I can't pinpoint exactly who that is, but yes, it does sound like it is a reptilian. Yes.
Okay, thanks. Also, I heard that reptilians are really good at like kung fu, like they have the best fighting style. Is that true?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering, is it possible to learn a reptilian fighting style in like fourth dimension, the dream world, and then transfer that back to the body so that you like learn it in the 3D?
Yes.
Like,
yes, if you're ready for it. Yes, if you ask for it.
Have I been going through that?
You will. Are you going through that right now?
Oh, have I been like training with reptilians in fighting style in the astral?
I would say now and then, maybe.
Yeah, is it called Shwin Kwa Ra?
We have another name for it, but that is a name that is used for it, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Cool, sweet. Yeah, I'd like to do more. If you know anybody who would like to train me in the astral realm, I'd like to do more.
Yes, and you can do it on your part too. Just ask for it, and they will hear you. They always hear you.
Yeah, they said that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but they said that I have to like act it out in 3D. Like when I wake up, I have to move around and like try and get it to transfer by doing the movements. Is that true or?
Not really. No.
No? Oh, okay, cool.
No, they're just that's one opinion. There are several opinions on that.
Yeah, because I
If he
find
asked
I'll
for it, it was come. Yes, go ahead.
okay. Yeah, I find like I'll get up and then all of a sudden I'll go into like a kung fu stance and I'm like, whoa, and then it's like feels like perfect form, you know what I mean? And it's like I don't even know where it's coming from. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a download. Yes.
That's cool. It's almost like the old
It
Shaolin
is.
Masters.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if I was tripping out or not, and then Zektor pops up and's like, "We are training you." No, no, no. I'm like, what the? Like, I didn't know if it was going on or true or not.
Yes, it's. I want to give you his name. I'm not gonna tell you his name. I can't. Well, of course, I had his name for a second, but yeah, there is a reptilian that's working with you on this, and I don't think you have to. I mean, you just have to, talk. I know it sounds crazy, but just talk to him, and you will, be open to it, and you'll go into more of those.
Okay, sweet.
Yes. Just
Thanks.
just don't fight. If you fight it, but yeah, if you're open to it, it'll come right through. Yeah, it's pretty.
So if I were to get into a fight and like it's like 10 guys coming at me, I could channel a reptilian and then pulls out some. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, well,
I'm just joking.
no,
I'm
but
joking.
maybe in another lifetime, yes, if you're bigger.
No, I'm just kidding. But thanks. That really
Yes,
confirmed some things.
good. You're
I'll
welcome.
pass
Thank
the
you.
mic now.
Thank you. Thank you for
Sabrina, did you
being
have a
here.
question, Sabrina? Sabrina? All right, Stephen, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna let her too. Thank you,
Oh,
Brian. Oh, there she is.
okay. No, I was speaking a language earlier, and I just had a question to see, but I don't know how familiar or
Yeah,
if he's comfortable with that. If it's not,
Yeah,
it's
Sabrina.
okay.
Sabrina jumped in here a little bit later. If you want to introduce yourself to Sabrina and to everybody else, again.
Oh, myself, I am a reptilian from a diplomat reptilian from the Draco planet. I'm a part of the ancient reptilians that are roaming your Earth right now. I am not on your Earth right now. I am on my planet. My king is several feet away from me, listening, and I am here to kind of have a discussion and to show that we're not negative. At least not all of us. Even if we might be negative, you can at least talk to us and have a decent conversation. Let's put it that way.
Well, thank you for coming to visit us.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Um, I don't know how familiar you are with the different languages, so
Through this conduit money so much, I can identify maybe through here because this one's still new, so it's not used to.
yes, I understand that. I could give it a try and see if you even can identify the language. If you can, it's okay. Tohatundo shioka tariondo shuondo kuati mata tiohando shi kiota ndua kiatoa ta suata.
Well, I'm not getting any vibes. I'm getting because I can only communicate so much. This conduit, I get a reptilian vibe from it. Is that what you feel?
I sort of thought that, but
It's a friendly race, not a. It's one of the friendlier races.
okay.
It's
Thank
one of their
you.
primitive. It's one of their primitive languages. It's very ancient. Your Grendel might be able to answer that a little bit better.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, my friend, can you go into a little
Yes.
bit more detail about your king and how you guys interact as a species together and how you are assisting the Earth? In what ways?
Well, assisting. We're assisting right now. Assisting is, he doesn't want to give out too much of what he's doing. Let's put it this way. It doesn't agree with all that's going on your planet as for what our species has been up to. But many, not all Draconians are negative, as we see. We've gone through that. And many have become more feminine in some ways. Not exactly that's a good word, but they become more warm-blooded and more kind.
Yes.
And they're kind of, many that do that leave your world and go experience other experiences, while the negative ones, well, we'll just call them that. They're not. There's another word for that. We get daily updates of what's going on. We speak to your world, your galactic federations all the time. And of course, we aren't always, friendly in those conversations. But I can tell you this about the king is that he's become more neutral over time. The ones that are on our planet are not so much in that regard. They don't like your world. Let's not talk about the king right now. I'll tell you about the species that are on my planet. They don't like Earthlings all that much. They think they're wimpy, just crybabies, and just they don't like humans at all. Of course, some of the women they find attractive, especially with a reptilian. Anyway. And many of them want to see the demise of your planet. Not all, but many. So you see where he's
more
at.
Strength. Yes, if we showed more strength and understanding and more
Correct.
leadership, we would get more done and we would be respected more by the other species.
Correct. You'll get more respect, yes. And this is I'm glad you've discovered, yes. And this is it. And here having this conversation showing how strong you are and everyone in this group. And that's why, take this conversation and keep going with it, keep growing it.
I understand that.
So, more you talk in this manner, the more we have gained respect. Right now, there are at least 20 species of reptilian listening to this right now, and they are just many cannot believe this is actually happening because.
Then let me introduce myself. My name is Brian. That's what I go by on this planet. I have much love and respect and understanding to all the species that are listening right now. I'm an emissary of light on this planet, originating also from Sirius. But I have so much respect and love to honor to all of you, and an open invitation to have more of these dialogues among you. Much love and respect. And
same here.
Much love. Thank you. Yes, many reptilians on my side of the pond, as you call it, cannot believe this is actually happening. Especially with a conduit would actually let one of us come through that is from our species, because we seem a little bit frightening. And I want to add that through this conduit, that one that was kind of negative, a while back, his energy was a little bit extreme. He was much on my league as friendly, but his energy level was out of control, not used to humans. He kind of jumped into it, not realizing that his energy would not reside with a human conduit. So there are other reptilians on my planet that are what you call neutral. That's a good word for it. Neutral, but also friendly in the sense that we don't want to see the human race suffer. I do not want to see that, but I am not in a place where I'm not in a place where I can do anything, affect your world. Meaning that whatever I say doesn't mean anything. I mean, I can say don't hurt them, and to be several. I mean, if I go on your planet and try to save you or try to talk them out of it, it's not going to go anywhere. It's up to your race to wake up, to, yes, become stronger, and to grow up in that regard. You know, to grow up to what's going on. That your reality is what your reality is humongous. What you're not, you're just seeing a fraction of your reality. So once you mature, you'll be able to see everything that's going on. So yes, this is a test. You are growing. Yes, because of us, your race has matured in a way that has made you complicated, depressed, but also strong. Some of you, well, most of you, and some are lazy, but that's their deal. But as a human race, to come in this world, you have to be very brave. So all of you are brave. You're not here for no reason. You know, this isn't. Yes, your life isn't worthless, even if it might seem that way. But that's because of your cultures and what the poisons in your, the poison information.
Yeah, I look at it this way, my friend. It's like we all exist. If it wasn't meant to be, we would not be. You know, it's like I exist. But we've become so numb because of the programming, the media, and we allowed ourselves to become numb for others to choose for us. And not to stand in the honor and power of who we are as a race. So I do thank you for many of your races to show us the darker side sometimes of what we're not choosing, the balance. We're just allowing things to go over us, over our heads, without taking command.
And yeah, I have a question, because in the Islamic religion there's these beings called the jinns, and they're usually depicted as reptilian form or whatever. And they say that they manipulate and they do all this and that, but there's also the good ones too, but they're not allowed to make contact with us, but I guess until now, after 2012 or whatever. And I'm just wondering, because I want to clarify that because of the jinns. I wonder if are they negative reptilians or...
No, they take a reptilian form. They can take a form whatever they want. They do have like different. They have a negative exterior to them.
Okay, so they're in the spirit realm. They're just a spirit then, I guess, a negative spirit that shapeshifts.
They have it's more like a squid type of creature in some ways. They're like your grays. Your grays look very strange, but many of them are positive, but some of them are negative. And jinn is the same way. They look strange, but they're not all negative. Okay. They are used for. They have power that is used by your elites. They have there are species on their own. They are on Earth in another dimension.
What do they call themselves? Do they call themselves jinns or?
That is the easier way to describe their name. They have a very. It's complicated. I can't.
Oh, okay.
Not this conduit.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is if anybody's having problems with that, all you have to do is call upon God or a higher vibrational being. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
No problem.
Yes. Yeah, what is your connections with that? What is your connections with the spirit realm? Do you get guidance from them, or what you said, Ashtar Command, or from the Federation?
Oh, yes, Ashtar Command. One moment, because that's a whole nother... 1 second. Yeah, we have a lot of arguments with them. They don't like us very much.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder what we don't like. Well, it's not like we don't like them. It's just that we are aggressive and they are not, and so we don't really care much for their ways of doing things. I wouldn't say we're in love with Ashtar Command, but we communicate with them. And what is that other your Gurkfenir, whatever it's called, Gurkfenir? Yes, we talk to them also, and they don't particularly like us all that much. You talk to Kerr. Yeah, he doesn't like reptilians. She doesn't.
Is it just because the testing, the way that the species test humans?
Yes. Yeah, we're just very aggressive.
Right.
Some of us are a little bit too much to handle. We're too hot to handle.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
But that's honorable. Yeah.
I got a question.
It causes a dynamic. It's not like it's a stalemate. You know what I mean? It's always a constant movement of energy that you bring to the table.
Yes. and I want to put this out there for your question. Your race is actually becoming very reptilian because you are in a reptilian world in many ways because of what we're doing to your planet. So for you to want to move out of this dimension and go into fourth and fifth and become reptilians, it's understandable because you've been in our playground for such a long time. You know us, better than ourselves. No, we know ourselves pretty well, but you're part of us in many ways. So you're part of our collective. So everything, your world is reptilian in many ways. Anunnaki, yes, unfortunately, in some ways, the mentality is somewhat, but you're living on our planet. So you are a reptilian in that regard. So
I got a question.
you just got, yes, go ahead.
So you said I had an implant, like, that's doing this and stuff. So
Yeah.
how long will it take you? The implant that you said is making me do all this. You said how long is it going to take to get it out of me?
I'll give you give it 3 days. It's going to take a while. 3 days and to clear that out. You will see it lessening out on day number 2. It will start to calm down. But yes, that was an attack. And yes, it will be fixed though. And it's one of those things that you won't have that you had no control over. You would never be able to overcome this. It was a test. We used to say a test. So
yeah, because I came in contact with someone walking down the street. You think I could tell he was reptilian?
yes.
You think he could have done it? He seemed very negative.
One moment. There's a possibility. If that is true, I can't detect it. There is a good possibility of that. That might be a little bit. If it is, it's being covered up. Because I can't. That person is very strange because it's as if that person.
It was a multiple people too.
Yeah. I think it was there for a while. So I'm not sure if I remember what I said, but it'll be removed. What they did is it's hard to detect it because they don't want to be found. But you said those cars outside your house, that definitely had a connection to that.
Because I would like them for what they did to me. I want them to pay for what damages I did for the people I did.
Karma has that's out of our control. Yeah, so they are being watched. It's hard to detect.
Ryan, just remember that even the species or those that are doing it are also being watched behind the scenes from a greater point of view, a greater perspective, always. Even those in spirit realm, they're always being watched.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's understanding. Things are allowed for a reason, for growth, but just know that, like you said, if you have to meditate or pray or call someone to help assist, if it's causing harm to the body.
Yes.
Then,
plus, it won't let me meditate when it was activated. When it was activated, it won't let me do anything spiritually.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yes.
Justin, did you have a question, bro? Go ahead.
Just sending a purifying white light, anchoring a purifying white light around my presence. Has there been attempts from any neutral members of your race?
For what exactly? For neutral members within my race?
Yes.
Yes, not enough according to your plan. There are some, yes, and they're not allowed to do much as for interfere with your world. They're sort of kind of keep out.
Does anyone else have a question? Go ahead, Justin.
Are you related to the dragon, the archetypal dragon energy by chance?
Yes, we have dragon energy, yes. Some of us, yes. I have some of that.
I'm wondering, do you guys have a god? Like, do you pray to the one almighty God, or do you worship a being, or?
We do have a god. We have several gods in some way, in some cultures. But we do have one god, reptilian god, obviously. But we do have other smaller gods along with that, depending on some for strength, some for knowledge. You know, sort of, kind of similar to your plan in some ways.
I want to expand on that right there. I do understand a little bit about the Luciferian energy, and I was wondering if you could expand on Satan, what we call, or the Lucifer. What is your connections or the king's connections with that energy, if any? I know it gets a bad rap. It's like blame it on the devil for everything, but I don't believe in that.
Well, I'll give you this. The whole idea of the Lucifer is to give powerful energy to the person that worships Lucifer. It's to give you immortal power to take over the world or whatever you wish, to have everything. It's almost like what's it called? The laws of attraction. But
Right.
it's called, yes, the pray to Lucifer is to make you immortal, turn you into a god. That's why many of your musicians on your planet that worship the devil, worship Lucifer, wish to have these powers. So that's what it's mostly for. Your elites use it, but your elites are the ones that actually have the power.
What about, you said the musicians that worship the devil? Do they talk about they sold their soul to the devil? I'm wondering, what does that mean when they say that?
Some of them, of like your Miley Cyrus, she's been to rituals in secret. Obviously, you see those rituals on your television.
Yeah, it's obvious. Yeah.
She is the recent one. They do sell their souls to the devil. She does become like a god of whatever she's trying to do. You know,
So is the
make her
devil
soul.
a reptilian, or is that, what type of being is that? Is that an actual being?
It's energy. It's energy.
Oh, so it's like the
more
collective
energy.
of, I heard he's the collective of all the negative or something like that. I don't know.
Well, it's energy, if you want to look at it negative. It's energy to become like a god. So it's the way you look at it.
Okay, thanks.
So it's to make them immortal. Yes, it's to make them immortal. So it's not necessarily to make them bad, it's just to make them immortal. So that is the reason for worshiping the Satan.
All right. Could you name off a list of all the famous people that sold their soul to the devil that you know of?
Obviously, your Lady Gaga, kind of. Your Paul McCartney, in some regards, has. I want to say John Lennon in some ways.
Did Jimi Hendrix?
Jimi Hendrix, no.
No? Okay, sweet.
No, he wouldn't. No. Madonna, that is pretty obvious. Your Elton John has played with the idea, but no. Rod Stewart, no. He's a good
Ozzy
guy.
Osbourne?
No. 1 second. You know, Ozzy is a real interesting one. He has his own way of. Nah, he thinks he is a god in his own mind. So his wife, though, or girlfriend, wherever she is now, his ex-wife or his wife has dabbled in some of that.
Okay. What about Bob Dylan? No.
Bob Dylan, you said?
Yeah.
He's dabbled with it. Hasn't gone all the way. Your Miley Cyrus is probably the one that's really.
Yeah, I see like the newer ones like
dive.
Katy Perry, Miley Cyrus, Kanye West, I think.
Let's see. Kanye West, yes. Yeah, if you name them off, what was the other ones that you mentioned?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. Yes, it's becoming more common. Yes.
Okay, yeah, and I heard that Tupac and Biggie Smalls were asked to sell their soul, and that's why they got killed off, and they didn't get
Yeah,
higher
Tupac
up.
did not. Tupac thought about it, and he dabbled with it a little bit. He got into circles, and I want to say they wanted him more than he wanted them.
Yeah, he talks about it in his songs, and I'm wondering, did they kill him or because he didn't get into that, or like who killed Tupac? No one knows.
No, it was somebody that was no.
Oh,
It
just a
was
gang
somebody
member,
that
or
was. It was a gangster type of rapper, or not exactly rapper. It was a gangster that got away with it.
oh, okay.
Somebody that really didn't. It was somebody. Not to say it was drug related. The murder was not. The one that killed him was on drugs, and it wasn't an Illuminati hit. It might have seemed like that.
Okay,
Like
well,
it
I'm
was
wondering
a.
because they sell their soul to the devil, and then they get to where like the spot where they're all famous. But is that because an entity comes and helps them manifest their reality? Or is it like if I knew how to manifest my own reality, I could get to that spot without them?
Yes, exactly. Yes, they give. Yes, some of them have actually negative spirits around them to make them feel like they're a god. But yes,
Okay,
and
cool. Yeah.
yeah,
So you can get there on your own, is what is.
yes,
Okay,
you
cool.
can without doing that. Yes, of course. But that's part of the test.
All right, because yeah, I think I downloaded like I wouldn't. There's this channeler Bashar, and he talks about manifestation, and I didn't want to watch any of that because I didn't know if it was true. Then all of a sudden, I think I got a download because I went and watched it, and I realized all this stuff is true. You know what I mean? And then I'm wondering, did I get a download for how to manifest my reality, or?
Yes, if you. Yes, but you're not always. You know, it's funny that way. Is that they give you the information, but you don't always listen to it. And that's not just. I mean, that's everybody. They don't always believe in themselves that they can do it. You know, they
Yeah.
sort
Well,
of.
the information is really to just like let go, like put it out there, the energy, and then let go and don't worry about it and wait for it to come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Cool.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. God bless you. Good.
Steven, Sabrina,
You too.
Ryan, you guys have any more questions?
Yeah, I got one if that's cool. I was just wondering. I drew a blank. I'll be back.
I'm good.
I had a question.
Yes.
JC,
Yes.
there are light workers, those of neutral and or those of, you know, the white light, if you will, within the quote unquote like Illuminati factions.
Do they exist? Is that what you're getting at?
Yes, there's a balancing white light, if you will, within the dark light of the Illuminati.
Oh yes, the Illuminati does not. The Dark Ones don't like it at all. They want to get rid of them. There are wars within the Illuminati about this. They're trying to phase them out. Many have been, what do you call them, taken out, whatever you want to call it. There is a neutral. There are many part of the Illuminati that want none of this to happen to your world. They want to let go of, they just want the people to be free and realize what's going on. But there's the darkness that's keeping them quiet, and many of them that want to free the people from this have been,
Would
you
you
know,
be
quiet
open
and
to
silent.
reading? Would you be open to reading my energy and the communications that I have received? I feel from the white light faction, if you will.
Yes. What is that a question or is that a?
Yes, I was just seeing if you could feel the presence as if it was the white light faction or if it was the dark light faction.
Yeah.
If it was that.
Oh, it's white. White, definitely. Yes.
Yes, I felt as if they were communicating through radio, music on the radio, if you will. Certain songs would play after I would come out of meditation that would synchronistically answer my meditations. And not only on the radio waves, but also on internet radio, the Pandora app. I felt as if I was being communicated with from White Light Faction, if you will.
No, what I'm getting is more of like an angel presence around you that is doing a lot of that. Angel, I figure there's like two angels around you that are kind of keeping you in a meditative state. So, I hope that makes sense to you.
Yes, I
Yes.
feel as if I'm in a constant state of channel, if you will, a constant state of
Yeah.
conscious channel.
Yeah, they keep you in a kind of a. They keep you in a, like a meditated state. Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe not all the time, but yes.
I got
They
a
do.
question.
Yes, go ahead.
So how who implanted the chip in me? Which race of alien? Was it some species of reptilian?
One second. I believe it's a draconian. No, you know what? It has more. It has a draconian, like a impression. The ones that did that are more human. It is a reptilian implant, but it's been human modified, so it's more of a human presence, part of your elite or however you want to call it. As for why they did this,
How can they
That's-
modify it? I don't remember going to any places like government places or anything.
no, it seems like they came to you. Yeah, it's a mystery why they're doing this.
Maybe I'm one of those ones that are gonna stand up to them.
Yes, definitely. In some ways, you're like an experiment. But yes, they do that to stop people that might rise up against.
I'm wondering, do they are they looking at me like that? Can you tell if anybody's looking at me in a negative way? Because I might stand up.
Yeah, but they're not worried about. Yeah, they're not going to implant you with anything, or at least the negative forces aren't going to do that. But yeah, they're aware of you.
All right, cool, thanks.
Once I get it unimplanted, I'm gonna stand up against them.
Good. Much good. Yeah, that's good. That is good.
All right.
It's hard.
Sabrina, did you have any more questions?
No, I just want to make sure that he's not getting tired.
Yeah, I'm starting to sense
Yeah,
that
I'm
too.
getting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about
just
to say
yeah.
that.
I was gonna say
So-
much love and thank you, my friend, for
Yeah, thank you so
sharing
much.
this dialogue.
This was amazing.
Dialogue's so important.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be back. God bless. Thank you for having me, and I'll see you
thanks for
soon.
coming.
Much love to your king and appreciation for the understanding.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
God bless. Yeah. Whoa.
You gonna grab some water, Ivan?
Yeah, I didn't bring
You
any.
get your water.
I'll
Yeah,
be,
get some.
I'll be okay.
Get some water. Take a break.
I got water over my face. Yeah, that was.
Okay.
I couldn't move my arm at all. It just stayed there. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
was
if he was
amazing,
holding
man.
something or what. He might have been holding like a. I don't know. I saw a tail
Yeah.
right.
Do you
right
remember the
between
stuff
his
he was
legs.
talking about? Like, were you present for that?
Some of it.
Hey, he
Some
was
of it. It got.
some pretty good information.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was pretty
Yeah.
raw though.
Really good. Really good, Ivan.
Is this going up on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. Right on.
Yeah, Ivan Teller. Yeah, go to YouTube, Ivan Teller. Yeah, I wanted to get this on the record without.
Yes.
Yeah,
Here, let me-
Max wants to do an interview with this.
Yeah,
I've been-
Ivan, go ahead if you want to grab some water.
Okay.
You need something.
Yeah, I probably
I can
should.
tell. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if you want, we can do another one. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'm gonna go grab a drink actually as well. Just one sec.
Okay. All right.
Intermission.
Yeah.
Yes,
intermission, yep.
So that explains the way I've been acting lately.
Yes, yeah. That little infusion or implant in the back of your head makes you more aggressive. And, you know, it's kind of sucked that we're still having to deal with these types of energies and circumstances. It really is.
I hope when I get it out, I'm gonna stand up and find whoever implanted me and say, "You better knock it off." To everyone, that they do it too. I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah, just got to be careful, Ryan, and how you do that. It is tricky. And it can be
Right.
just because, like, it's like when you throw more negative at it, you're standing up in a way for yourself. But it's like the more, just some of the words you have to be careful because it's like feeding the fire. You know, the more fire that you're giving, the more fire's gonna come back at you. It's just like an energy feeding, and there's like a no-win situation. You know, so be careful.
I am.
Is it, how do you go, is it Jay Earthling? Jay? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Cool. Yeah, this is really interesting. I'm really enjoying this. I know Steven is too.
You know it.
Yeah. Hey, Justin, Sabrina. This is really cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to be recorded or not, but I'm sure glad that, yeah, I haven't figured that out and stuff. It's awesome.
He always records it.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Well, yeah, I think, I don't know, I think Hyan recorded the other one.
I'm sorry.
It was put up on Hookalo Chat, the other video.
Plant
Yes.
implant doesn't
Yes.
make us do.
I
The
think-
implant doesn't make us do stuff. We need to be accountable for our actions, for our words, for our ideas, for our thoughts. Don't use an implant as a scapegoat. Be a human. Be a genuine person, and be accountable for your actions.
Yeah. They implant me each time I get mad. It activates.
Yes, we also got to remember too is that we are light workers and we are spreading light and love, not negativity. So we need to come to understanding. I mean, we all here, we are positive energies here. So we don't know the whole truth. We don't know all the different angles, all the different sides, and we're just gathering information according to what has happened. So I mean, every piece of information is good. Is how I look at it.
Yeah.
You're correct, but you're both right because at the end of the line, we are responsible for what we do.
Even if someone,
Regardless of what happens, we are responsible for what we do because Anyone can do whatever they want to do, but how you react and how you choose to see the actions of others is your own choice. So no matter what anybody says, you're still responsible for it, and you still have to respond to yourself. You know, because you're the one that has to live with your actions, not anybody else. You're the one that has to live with it.
Even if I've been forcibly implanted against my will and they control me to do things that I don't want to do, that's responsible for that.
What happens is at some point you must have agreed to it.
I never agreed to it. I don't even remember it. He just told me all of it.
So that's, you know, that's the part of that at some point we all had agreed to whatever it was. So I have no memory of agreeing to mine either, but I obviously have it, so I must have had agreed to it at some point. So just think about that, Ryan. Just try and think about that and see how that works out for you.
Okay.
Because the thing is, if you blame it on everybody else, then you're saying you have no control over your life.
That's what it's doing right now. It's controlling me.
No, but then that means that you have no control, and that's not true. It's your life.
If you truly feel you have no control, then there's places for you to go where they will help you to find the control.
I already did that. That just made it worse. They kicked me out of most places.
No, they wouldn't. They would keep you. If it's genuine. If it's genuine.
So we
and
all...
it's a choice also when it continues for 3-4 days. You know? It all falls back down to personal accountability. And you also are aware enough that you could keep your phone turned off. You could keep your laptop turned off. You know? It's just having some common decency, having some social grace, if you will, and respect.
Okay.
Actually, that is actually good advice too. When you feel you're not, you know, when you know you're not up to socializing, or you know that you're just gonna be, you know, in a bad mood, it's usually better to retreat, regroup, see why you are feeling this way. You know, look at your emotions, look at your feelings, and deal with them. Get them out. Say, why am I feeling this way? Name it. Call it out. Once you do that, then work it out within yourself. Because if you don't do that, every time you turn around, you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Because you're not dealing with the actual issue. The actual issues that we have are within, are not without.
Maybe if I get that implant, that will help.
No, what will help if you deal with yourself.
It'll both help. Yeah, it'll both help.
You know.
What was his name again?
The being that just came through?
Yeah.
Ivan? I'll let you take it.
Serpico is usually, that's the name he uses.
He said that the technology will be in me that says they will let me, that they said they will have it in me that I would know, that when I try to tell people, they will never believe me. That's what he said, and once it's removed, all that bad things you're doing will disappear. If you don't watch the video after it's done recording.
Yeah, like I said, just look at it and just work on it a little bit. You're doing
Yeah.
great though, Ryan.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to
Yes, go
change
ahead,
your
Ivan.
ways.
Yes.
Okay. Do
I,
you want to run
yeah.
another one?
If you want to, yeah. How you're feeling, whatever you're feeling.
I'm fine. If you have any requests.
Do you
Yeah.
mind?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. But I was gonna say that Palladium Blue. I really like that guy. The one that's all positive and says he comes down to help, like social skills.
Mm-hmm.
If you could channel that guy, I really like that guy.
Okay. I'm not sure if it would be
Nectar?
him, but
Says
Orion? Anyone from Orion possibly?
Orion. That's an interesting. Yeah, Orion. Yep, they've.
That'd be interesting. Some beings from Orion would definitely be interesting.
Yeah, Orion. Yeah, that one. That one definitely. Yeah, they've been watching this place pretty carefully.
Yeah, there's this blue that Reptilian just said I'm in contact with. It'd be cool if you could channel him. I think his name's Laki, whatever.
Okay. Blue Reptilian. Okay. All right. We'll see what.
Pleiadian.
Maybe a Hadarian.
Yeah, Hadarian, or like you said, a Palladian would be good to see the different perspective from the Reptilian and the Palladian.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, because the Palladian definitely has, they're just much as involved as the Reptilian, so that would the energies of Reptilian, so that would be a good balance.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I just had a thought. I forgot what it was. Okay. All right. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah, Palladian probably a good idea, or Orion.
I gotta
All
go.
right.
I gotta go, guys. See ya.
Much love, Ryan.
Yeah, have a good one.
Whoa. Greetings. I am from Orion. I am a Palladian from Orion. You can call me. What's a good name for this place? Call me Eric.
Eric. Yes, much love, dear one. This is Brian.
Greetings, Brian.
Yes.
We've been watching your world on a daily basis. We hope to keep your energies in a higher vibration. I have never been to your planet. I am, if you want to know my appearance, is an old white-haired man. I am surrounded by many. Oh, I forgot to mention, I am on the Orion Council. I am one of many. Many are here listening, around 20. There is a reptilian here that is also listening. who is my best friend. I'm not going to go into his name. But we are concerned with your world, concerned with its pollution on your planet. But we are working with your races to help cleanse your world. You have any questions?
Yes, yes. First, it's an honor to talk with you. This is probably my first time, yes, to be with you guys, at least physically on this planet, to be able to speak with you.
Yes.
It's really fascinating, the different species out there, and it's to me it's like home. It's remembering a time and a place of long ago, of being a part of something bigger than what we actualize or realize on this planet.
Yes.
You know, much bigger than religions. And this is what I am so happy to be, in a way, an emissary of light, an ambassador, just to reach out and just to bring through these energies and to share them with this planet, and to be a bridge. And it brings me so much joy and appreciation. But thank you for reaching out to us.
Thank you for letting us come here and speak to you. It's a pleasure. We are honored. I am honored to be here. I imagine there's many questions. Yes, go ahead.
I was just wondering, what's your age? Because you said you're white-haired. I'm wondering, how old do Pleiadians get? Like, what's your lifespan?
Well, I look like I'm in my late 80s, but I am very young. I am in the 400 age right now.
Oh, really? How old do you guys get?
For my species, it's 600.
Oh, really? Wow.
So, but we're observing your world as we speak. I am, at least, in my collective here.
So you are helping with the transition, or like the ascension process?
Yes, we're working with your weather, working with your Lyrans, at least communication-wise. Some Pleiadians, I am Pleiadian, but there are many different species here, and we are working within your weather systems, with your Lyrans and Yanyel and other species.
Oh, the Gurk-Viknir, is that who you're working with?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
And Ashtar Command.
I think I'm going to pass the mic. I can't really think of anything.
Greetings, brother Eric.
Justin? Yeah, Justin.
Greetings, brother Eric. This is JC. Had two quick questions.
Yes.
Do you know of any of the Orion Council that would be willing to share a name vibration through you for me to assist with connection?
So you can connect to the Orion Council? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. If there is.
Yes, there's a reptilian here. We'll call him Samuel. We'll call him, that's his Earth name. Let's call him Samuel. He's a reptilian. He's very friendly. And he will send you energy. You might get an image of him in your mind. If not now, you will.
I just got I got an image of a wavy line. Looks almost like a sideways S. 2 dots on one, on the bottom, 2 dots up on the top, on the curves, if you will.
And you want this as, what was, I'm sorry. Say your question. I heard the S and the 2 dots, but what was the reason?
I'm describing it. Think of a wave, the way a wave undulates.
I understand. Okay.
And
yes.
2 spheres under one part of the wave, and then 2 spheres on top of the wave on the other side. And then I came across a perspective that the cannabis plant was a gift from the Orion constellation.
Yes, and other species, but yes, Orion
The
is
two
was
dogs,
one of them.
the two dog star system.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful. And it feels as if it's possibly a very high dimensional energy that is directly connected to source consciousness.
Yes, it's been tampered with by chemicals, but yes. Yes.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome. Anything else?
Sending a gift of
Oh, thank you.
a little piece of my heart for you.
Hello.
Well,
Hello, Eric. How are you?
greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings. Thank you. Good to meet you.
Yes, you too, likewise. I was just wondering, in my backyard, I have a tree that is symbolized as a dragon. It looks like the shape of a dragon in my backyard the restroom is a window right out that looks right out to the dragon, and it looks just like a dragon. I was wondering, is that part of one of my aspects, or do you have any information of this symbology of this tree?
The symbology of the tree. Yes, I guess you can say you're connected to it. It's given you positive energy. It wants to be recognized. It wants to be recognized. It wants you to recognize it. So yeah, that's the reason for the design of it.
Is
If
it?
that helps.
Yes, that does. Thank you. Is it the tree itself that wants me to recognize it, or is it a dragon aspect or a soul fractal of my oversoul or soul group?
I think it's a tree itself. Yeah, it's not that complicated. It's just a tree itself.
Okay, that's cool because I mean it really looks like a dragon, and it did get my
Yeah.
attention. I was always
It's
curious.
just to get your attention. That's all. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
wondering, at night sometimes when I'm meditating, I put my hands together and I can feel like a magnetic force. It's like my hands are magnets and I'm pushing on. Sometimes I see like rainbow energy coming out of my hands. And I'm wondering, is that like chi or could you expand on that? Do you know anything about that?
You say rainbow energy coming out of your hands.
Yeah, I only seen it once, but I can feel like a magnetic force, you know what I mean? Like coming out or like pushing.
I would say it's your reptilian, not reptilian, sorry. Your fourth dimensional, your fourth dimensional part of yourself is kind of like opening up
Okay.
for that moment.
Is that
Your energy.
is that how you heal people with that energy? Is that I don't know. I don't even. What is that used for? Is that used for something?
Some use that. Some do use that as energy, rainbow colors. Yes. That to find the. I would believe that's part of your kind of like a aura also energy. It's.
Ooh. Is there any way you could tell me what color my aura is actually?
I am getting a green, kind of a light green
Okay,
feeling
cool.
from you.
Thanks.
That's good. A good thing.
Yeah, I heard that's like healer or.
Yes, healing. Yes.
Okay, sweet. Thanks. Jaw Earth. It's kind of like glitching out on your end.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. My question is, do you know who I am? Or do I know you?
Not at this moment, no. Do you feel? I don't feel any connection right now.
Okay.
You do have some Pleiadian, though. I don't think we've ever met. Maybe in another lifetime. In ancient history, maybe.
Yeah.
It was on another planet, obviously, not Earth. Yes, I'm getting something like such as it was a Pleiadian planet, maybe during its primitive time periods. Yes, we have met in the
Yeah.
past. Yes, yes.
Do you have any messages for me?
Yes, you have many. Let's see here. You have many alien friends watching you. Many Lyrans are actually. You have like a Lyran connection right now, and so I think your connection to Lyrans is more closer to than Pleiadian, at least for recently. If that's important to you at all.
Yeah. I like cats.
Yes, the Lyrans are. Yeah, that's funny.
I'm wondering, do I have any connection to the Lyrans, or did I live any past lives with them, or?
One moment. Yes, but in ancient times, not recently.
Okay, cool.
Many lifetimes in the past, during their growth.
Alright, sweet. Thanks.
I feel like I have a pretty strong connection with a Yael right now, and his name is Fa Sha. And do you know anything about that?
Well, the first thing that came to mind is sort of. Oh, 1 second. I would say, yeah, he's not getting much from him. Yeah, Yaniel. Oh, jeez. Not at this moment, no, I'm not getting anything from him. I feel like a spiritual connection, though, with him. You feel that recently?
Yeah. Last night I kind of started to channel him, but I kind of stopped right in the beginning of when his voice kind of was coming through me, it seemed.
Yeah, he's keeping himself kind of quiet to himself. One moment. Let's see if I can. Because when you mentioned that, first thing that came to mind was spirit guide. That's not correct. Trying to raise. Yes, he's trying to communicate. Yes, he's trying. Okay, that's why. Yes, he's trying to communicate through you. You had a deal long ago to do this. You're hesitant right now, but that's okay. I believe you can. If you're trying to channel him, that will happen soon. But of course, it's up to you. He is very quiet. It seems kind of a quiet species. He's a very quiet person. As for messages, take your time to, he's not rushing you or anything like that. Just take your time with it, and you can connect with him. Just do what feels right. Don't push yourself too much.
All right, thank you.
I'm wondering if I may ask a question.
Yes.
About a year ago, I thought channeling was all like bullcrap, so I tried to channel Archangel Michael because I seen it in a video. And I'm wondering, did that actually happen? Because I said Archangel Michael step into me, and it felt like I was growing and like I had a real experience, and then I freaked out. And I'm wondering, was that
Yes.
actually him? Did that actually happen?
Yes, that was, and then he kind of, yeah, because it was only for like a few, it wasn't very long.
Yeah, it was like a split second.
Yeah, he came in and then he was gone. Yes, yes, he
Yeah,
was.
he said
Yes,
that he said that we are always with you. So is he like connected to me now or something?
yes. Let's see here. He's trying to give you strength, more strength, and yeah, he's part of trying to make you a stronger person from what it feels like, and it feels like that if you channel him, you can connect to people a little bit better than others and help them become stronger,
Yeah, true. I
stronger
feel like he
people.
talks through me at random times to help people. Is that true?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Thank you.
yes. He's yes. Welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody
Anybody
else?
else?
Yes, I have a question. Yeah. I was just, yes, I was wondering, do you have any information on the Galactic Federation of Light, of their various testings of the prosperity funds and NASARA, National Economic Security and Reformation Act that deals with a jubilee and a reset of the governments to bring about peace and prosperity and new financial systems, new humanitarian projects, and to start cleaning up this world? They said that they're already testing this financial system already, and it's at the last stages of issuing these prosperity funds to various people or groups or whatever.
I mean, to how am I going to describe this? To help your economy basically, or to get you off the economy, get you off the money system. Is that what you're getting at, or for?
But it basically general prosperity and general humanitarian projects to start. And NASARA is basically where it resets the governments to where it starts putting people in power that are peace and here for peace and positive oriented people about cleaning up this world and issuing free energy devices, just making all the peaceful projects and advanced technologies available to all.
Yes, that's done in small increments. Of course, many other species or humans get involved with it and try to shut them down. But it is going on, but not many are successful because the dark forces on your world don't want them to be in power. But they are working and some are successful. So yes, it is happening on a slow level, but they do get shut down quite often. But there are many of them that are put in to place. The survival of your yes, there's many changes coming to your world as for your financial, for your economy. But there are many that are being moved in, but they're always being sabotaged and shut down. But some do succeed. That said, many species want you off this monetary system, because of the suffering that goes on in your world. So there's much going on right now behind the scenes to take you off of it.
And with all this sabotaging and everything, this isn't a big group, right? I mean, I understand they have the technology and the where-how, but I mean, this is according to the 7 billion people that are here on this earth. This is fairly a small group who is controlling the mass. And I mean, well, where's the threshold and the pivotal point to where we are the changers and the bringers of the light and start remove? Because I already know that I've heard that the negative ETs are the one real influential are being removed or are being detained or whatever. I'm just wondering why this sabotage keeps happening to all these positive things when there's such a small group.
Well, remember, it's a human side that is mostly causing all these disruptions. It's the human, not always not always the negative species, but it's a lot of the humans that are being involved that get kind of swept in to it to get, they get manipulated, and they want their power, so they see that, their power be taken away by these new energies to help the world. So It's mostly a human influence that's stopping it. But there is change. It's coming. It's slow, but it there is more movement over time. The ones that are doing, to bring in the positive are getting stronger and not being, they're finding ways of not being stopped. So it's just a slow process, and it feels like it's taking forever. But they are moving. But this small group has a lot of power that's stopping it. But it is moving, but not necessarily at a rapid pace. But it is getting smarter to when these negative forces come in to slow them down.
I'm wondering, because I was watching a channeler, Bashar, and he's saying that you shift yourself to different parallel reality. If you're positive, you'll shift yourself to a reality where there is no Illuminati. So I'm wondering, like, is that true, or what are your views on that, shifting your reality based on your vibrational frequency?
Yes, you can. It's just that it's the way he describes it isn't exactly how it works, because you're still on the same world, so you shift out of it, but you're still being affected by it. But yes, mentally, you can detach yourself from it and move away from it. Yes, but they're still around people that you're around. They're still affecting the ones that you're around, but affecting environments. But yes, you can get out of that, but it's a little bit. The focus of that is not always easy to understand, that to focus and to shift away from it, because that's not always easy, because there are ways of shifting you back to where you were trying to shift away from. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's
what would be
kind
your
of
advice?
complicated.
What would be your advice to like the average human to to get out of that reality or whatever, to get rid of the Illuminati?
Well, that's a complicated question.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Well, they are weakening every day, but some days they get stronger, sometimes the days they get weaker. That's too. Yes.
I was thinking like protesting doesn't help, because then it's like they have a one sec. Yeah, protesting, I don't think that helps, because then they have a reason to come in and wipe you out if you start going crazy. So it's like they want that to happen. But also sitting at your house doing nothing, that also does nothing. So it's like, what should we do? You know what I mean? The average human.
To get away from their systems altogether, don't buy their products, don't listen to their media, don't eat their foods, stay away from all their programming and of course that's easier said than done. Even the education system is involved with them. So make yourself like an island away from all these things. And some would say go live in the country. That is partly one way of doing it, but you will never actually get away from them altogether, because they're so attached to everything. But to walk away from their hypnotism, their
media is hypnotism with the songs and the
yes. So that's one way of doing it. Once you get away from all those things and their foods and their brainwashing, in some ways you do detach from their control, because you sort of, when you get away from those things, you see the world in a different light. You see it as life as a show. At least what they're doing is sort of theater. So yeah, it's kind of hard to really detach yourself from them altogether, seeing how you're all on the same planet. But there is ways of their mind control you can detach from their programming. So that's one way of doing it.
All right, thanks.
Welcome. Thank you.
Anybody else? I can't really think of anything.
So that would basically come to knowledge is power. I've been really searching out about the Constitution and about our First Amendment, our Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, and also the straw man, our legal fictitious all caps name that was in 1933 where they basically used us as collateral. And so you have bonds that have on your birth certificate, bonds that have been issued, Social Security as an account, and about filing a UCC1 paperwork to basically claim back your fictitious name and basically gain back your sovereignty and gain back your power when it comes to the legal name that is basically traded and used, misuse of the collateral accounts, like Neil Keenan with the Dragon Society and Mr. Sugi. He's with the Nasara group.
Yes, there's many controls on your world. It's just they're all over the place. That's for sure. Did you have was that your question? I'm sorry, I was listening, but there's more of a statement. Anybody have a question? Anything?
Yeah, I'm wondering. You're a Pleiadian. The white, or there's the white ones and the blue ones, right?
Yes, there's different types. There's tall blue Pleiadians, there's short ones.
All right. Well, a Pleiadian came to me, a Pleiadian blue, and I think, is that true that he actually came to me? Or could you tell? He came with a Yael, I'm pretty sure.
Through a dream or through?
No, like I was just sitting in my room and then.
Oh, it disappeared?
Yes. Yeah?
Yeah, they have connection with you through. It's hard to say exactly when.
All right. I'm wondering, could you tell me if I have any infusions, like from any races?
Yes, Pleiadian.
Is it blue Pleiadian or?
Blue Pleiadian. I would say like a 50. I would say like a 54% at least Pleiadian. Some in yellow, small percent, and a small percent of Orion, maybe 2%, 3%.
Wow, you just confirmed like so much for me. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
That's
Good.
exactly what they've been telling me. So thank you.
Good bless. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is I wasn't. I have to go now. My energy level is going down.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming. That was amazing. Come back sometime. That was awesome.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
When this vessel has more energy, it'll be able to communicate a little bit better. But thank you. God bless all of you. We are watching, and keep up the good work. There's a positive timeline. You're on it, so.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes. God bless.
Thank you
God
much.
bless you too.
God bless. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah. Thanks, man. That was awesome.
Good.
Yes,
And-
thank you very much.
Yes. Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Both of them. Yeah. My energy is down, so.
Yeah. You get tired after that? You gotta like eat and take a nap after channeling, or how do you feel?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually I drink and eat a little bit. Drink water, not anything else.
Yeah.
Drink water. Eat an apple. Sometimes
So
I can't
what's it like
sleep.
when you're? I'm just wondering, what's it like when you're in the state of channeling? Like, are you astral projecting, flying around, or are you in the
No.
rooms? Like, what's happening? What's your consciousness perceiving? Like,
It's like I'm pushed back, and entity is forward. It's like I'm here, but I'm in the background. I'm here, but he's like connecting to my brain, and that's why he has to think sometimes because he's going through my mind, scanning and everything. So that's how it
Okay,
works.
cool.
But yeah, I'm here. I don't remember a whole lot, but I am here. But I don't have, like, such as the reptilian holding my hand like that. I had no control over that. He just kept doing that. And Pleiadian's a little bit easier to deal with But Reptilian, I don't know why. Just my hand had to be right here for some reason. I don't know if he was holding. He must have been holding something. I don't know what he was doing, but I couldn't move it. I was just stuck here. So anyway, I mean, I can move it, but yeah, if I move it, I kind of lose connection. So
Yeah, true.
yeah,
Thanks a lot for doing that. That was amazing, man.
good. Welcome. Yeah. Palladium was kind of that was good. Yeah, it's not as it's much as what do you call it? Throughout the theater of Reptilian's a little bit more intense, I guess.
Yeah,
compared to
like I've been hearing these beings been telling me that I have infusions, and they've been telling me what type and the percentage. And I never thought it was true, and then that Pleiadian just confirmed it. Said all the races or the species and the percentages. So that was pretty. Yeah, that was
that's
pretty cool.
pretty neat. So it's good to have validation like that.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you can't. Some of the stuff you can't. Is like you have no idea if it's true or not.
Yeah, you should. If you can't remember that, like that whole thing, you should rewatch it. Like there was some really good information there about like celebrities, how they sell their soul, and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, that I caught. Yeah, I've had that before. I've had that type of channeling before, so that was kind of But the Tupac, that was new. I caught that.
Yeah, I never
That
knew.
was
That's big information. That's a big controversy. Who killed Tupac? So
yeah,
cool.
yeah, because I can sense him scanning that, and he was like, yeah, it was like a gangster, I guess, something like that. That was so.
Yeah, cool.
So, okay, all right, I'm gonna shut down. Thanks, guys, for coming. I was thought about doing one on Wednesday also. So if you have anybody, if you want to, probably at 8 o'clock again.
Yeah, I'd love to be there.
It's cool. Yeah, go give myself a break.
So this is going up on YouTube or like where would I go?
Ivan Teller. Just search Ivan Teller on YouTube and you'll find it. It should be on the page. It should be broadcasting live right now on the page.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
So if it's all working, it should be fine. So
cool.
So
it was broadcasting.
Thanks again.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, talk to you guys later. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming. This is cool.
Yes, for us. Much love.
Are you open to doing individuals possibly?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want, no charge. I'm not,
Okay.
I'm still working.
Well, I'll send you a message and see what's up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I'd love to if you.
Yeah, same. All you guys, if you want to do that, that's fine.
Sweet, man, you're the best. Wow.
I channel myself and definitely would, I notice, it assists when, being able to work with other channelers and whatnot. Just, sometimes just being there with another person that does it helps. Just the energy present there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me channeling by myself doesn't do much good. It's good to have other people around to. That's the whole point, is to have other people to go back and forth with.
That's kind of the issue. Not the issue, but like my girl, she was open to it, but then it kind of like overwhelmed her a little bit, I think. So I kind of like pulled back for a little while there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a girl. She's a real good friend of mine. She's in metaphysical stuff and psychics, but when I told her about this, it's like, that was the end of that. So no. So anyway, she'll talk about anything but that. So anyway, so that's pretty funny. So
thank you, man.
Okay.
Get some rest.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, see you soon.